Hey everybody, what's up? And in this video, I'm going to be giving you all a look at my latest LEGO Ideas pop-up book insert. This is a custom insert I've made that represents Harry and Voldemort's battle in the graveyard from Goblet of Fire. So this is the build. Obviously, I'm a huge LEGO Harry Potter fan, as I'm sure some of you know. And the LEGO Ideas pop-up book is actually my favorite LEGO set of all time. So I finally decided to combine the two. And I've just created this scene right here from the end of Goblet of Fire, where Harry and Voldemort are really dueling it out in the graveyard. And I'm just really happy with how this looks. It uses the official pop-up book, and it's just a custom interior for it, which is what I love doing. I love making interiors for the pop-up book. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at the details. So let's take a closer look at the pop-up book. This is obviously the official LEGO Ideas set of the pop-up book. And you'll see that it does shut just about all the way here with this custom insert. It does have a little bit of a gap. That's not really a huge deal to me though. I mean, it's pretty small. I mean, the normal builds would have more or less the same amount of gap to them. But let's just take a look down here at the book and the interior for it. All right, so what we gotta do, all you do, just like the normal book, you open it up and there it is. There is the custom pop-up insert for my display here, for the Goblet of Fire's battle in the graveyard. And I think this just looks really good. If we take a closer look down here at some of the details, you can see Harry obviously is down there with his wand and he's fighting Voldemort. You can see the port key for the cup is on the ground down there. There's Voldemort with his, and one thing that's pretty interesting here is obviously a LEGO minifig is 4 studs wide. So you have to have them on they have to have feet first off. They have to have feet and they have to be leaning back so that when you close this, they kind of like line up with each other. So that was honestly decently difficult to figure out how to do. And then when we move up here, we get to something really interesting, which is obviously the statue that goes along with the grave of Tom Riddle back there. If you can just see right there, I am using the parts from the set obviously in there as stickers. And this is actually pretty interesting because this isn't actually you just attach. You know, this doesn't have to pop up because it fits within the spine, so it's only 4 studs wide. And I actually used a method that Jason Allenman, one of the creators of this set, actually used, which is if you just come back here, and that's actually adding an extra snot brick onto the ground there. So this is its own assembly, and this will actually leave you a bit of an easier look at it. It's pretty basic. I mean, you can see it has Tom Riddle's name on there, and it's just the same winged statue from the original set. I am using a spring-loaded shooter rather, in the back here just to get some more textures and colors in there. That's a technique I always love doing, and it just fits really nicely into the whole set, just like this with a couple studs. So it's really nice because there's nothing that you have to make pop up with that. I just added the snot brick, and the snot brick, for those of you who don't know, just came off of the back of the book. It's one of the ones from under here. So, you know, really nothing had to be added to the set in order to make that work, which is kind of nice. If we take a look into the back now, it's going to be a little hard to see, but we just have a couple graves. There is one in the back right here, which has the symbol of the Deathly Hallows, also from that set. Then in the back there's just another grave. You know, I couldn't do too much with this, especially because with such a big build in the center here, the wings are going into this corner. So this is like the bare minimum I could do for this part, but I think it still ends up looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. If we take a look down here, this is the Cauldron where they brewed the potion obviously to get Voldemort back. You'll see there's just a skeleton with some blood down there. You know, just a bunch of random stuff. There's some foliage, and that's supposed to be Peter Pettigrew's knife down there. And then if we move to the other side, still some pretty basic stuff with just yet another grave. I've got a rat coming out of it this time. And again, just more foliage. And that is honestly it for the interior of this build. This is such a great build because it's, again, my favorite set, the pop-up book. And, you know, it just looks so good. It has a lot of life to it, and it definitely has a lot of height to it, especially right here. You know, I feel like this looks a lot taller, and it doesn't look like it should be able to fit inside the book when it's all closed up. But as you can see, it does, you know. And again, with the wand streams, they're pretty nice height. I'm very happy with this one as a whole. I'm just really happy with how this one turned out. I think it turned out very good. And there you have it. That is a look at my custom Harry Potter insert for the LEGO Ideas pop-up book. like I said in the beginning, the pop-up book is without a doubt my favorite Lego set of all time. I just love how great it looks, how great it displays, how great it works, and just really just how much you can customize it, how much custom interiors you can make. This is the third custom interior I've made now, and like I said, it's just fun. I really enjoy making these. I don't know what it is about it. I think because you're building something that's just not huge, that it's like you can fit in your pieces, because obviously you don't always have a ton of parts available, but you can still build something cool with this, and it looks really good, and it really pops out and just looks great. So that's really going to be it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed this custom Harry Potter pop-up book. I think at this point my goal is going to have to be to make one from each of the books now, kind of like I did with my last Harry Potter display video. But that's going to be it for this video though, so thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all again in my next video.